The following contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
What you eating?
Shreds.
What are shreds?
They're like...
They look like what the fuck do you call them? The frosting on one side and wheat on the other?
They're like mini wheats, yeah.
Mini wheats.
I think you would like these. They are compacted mini wheats, chocolate peanut butter flavor.
Ooh.
And they're just loaded with chocolate and peanut butter.
Wow.
Yeah, very good. They're called Shreds, General Mills. So who's into house? Lisa?
Lisa and Jonah will join us the same way as he did last time. Oh my God!
I can't take credit for that.
But that's
one of my coworkers sent it to me.
Wow!
Motorcycle.
How did he even know to record that? Like that it was going to be.
He records all of his farts and sends them to me. Here, I got more. That was called Motorbike.
They're titled even.
Here's one.
I mean, we might as well take these and replace our soundboard with those. You know, these are stale.
Here.
I missed all of those while I was finishing my video.
Oh,
That's called Geiger counter.
So fart noises, that's what I missed?
Yeah, from a coworker.
I think this one's good. This one's called The Longest Yard.
Oh, no. Sometimes I can do those, like, depending on what I've eaten. Those are, like, probably one of my...
That sounds like one you would make.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh.
That's really...
You're crazy, man. You're a loser. Playoffs?
It's the Marc and Lowell Show.
The Marc and who?
Starring the meteorologist who does it for the viewers.
Smell!
Lowell Meltzer.
Can you get out of here?
And the man who rides the coattails of his friends and family. Marc Ronick.
Hey guys, there's enough with the amplifier.
And now, here they are. Radio's equivalent of a dial-up connection.
Hello, boys.
Marc and Lowell.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Marc and Lowell Show. I am your host, Marc Ronick, and here with me, as always, my co-host, Lowell Meltzer. Hello, Lowell.
Good day, evening.
Yeah, already coming down with another cold.
Yeah, already got a cough and a cold. Yeah, I was just saying to you before we came on, I had a cold like a month ago.
Right.
And I got over it, and now I feel like I might be I'm on the teeter.
Yeah, the Harris teeter.
Yeah, the Harris teeter, like that tickle in your throat kind of.
Zicam, baby. Zicam. Now is the time.
I'm doing all the herbs. Yeah, I have all the bitter herbs.
Do you know one of the bitter herbs that I've just recently started, Amy introduced me to, is the elderberry. You can get elderberry juice. I guess it's like more of a holistic approach to fighting off a cold.
Okay.
I had a cold coming on about a month ago, and it was kind of bad, but it wasn't as bad as what everybody around me was dealing with.
Right,
so
right.
I feel like it kind of calmed it a little bit.
Yeah.
Cold. I hate colds.
Oh, they're so bad, but not as bad as my back.
Yeah.
And see, just as I said that, just as I said that,
F you.
You cracked your back?
F you.
No, it's just if I have too quick or sudden motion, the back, lower back is like,
yeah.
awful.
So I've been getting up super early, so I go to bed earlier, and I wake up at 5 in the morning the other day, and there's a text from Marc. It's about 10:33, I think it was, and it was like,
yeah.
If you're awake, I could really use some advice about a back issue.
Yes.
You know, I didn't want to text him back at 5 in the morning. I didn't think he'd appreciate that.
Well, I wouldn't care. I would just see it when I see it. But hey, that voice, that person, it's Lisa Runyon. Hello, Lisa.
Hello, boys.
So yes, if you haven't figured it out yet, my back completely gave out on me 2 nights ago. Or no, 2 nights ago. I literally was doing nothing different than I would normally do. I was home from work, Amy said, Mark, can you feed the dog? Sure, no problem. She grabbed the dog food, gave it to me. It's in one of these little like plastic bin containers. Nothing big. It's not this big heavy thing. And as a matter of fact, it was kind of toward the end, so it was pretty light. She said to me, okay, can you put it away? I grab it. I go to put it away, lean down where the pantry and on the floor of the pantry, that's where we keep it, lean down and just boom. I mean, the most severe pain in my lower right back that I have ever felt.
I'm sorry for laughing.
And I just hit the ground.
Oh my gosh, you hit the ground?
Amy goes, what happened? I said, I think my back just went out on me. And I think I was in denial. It was like, I knew it went out.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm like, I think it went out on me.
What, and you couldn't move?
I took a knee, I think, first.
Yeah.
And then I just went to the ground. And she's like, you think it went out? I said, no, I think it's out. And the pain, the writhing pain.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't get up for probably a good 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Finally made it to the couch. And she, with Amy's help, laid on the couch for about an hour. And laying was, Lisa, you can appreciate this from your past back experience. Laying down was really where I was most comfortable. Where, just once in a while I'll be a little nagging pain, but otherwise I'm okay. After an hour, I decided, let me just try to get up and just see how I'm doing. And of course, I wasn't rushing it. I took it very slowly. Amy was like standing by me. Yeah, I felt about 105 years old.
I was just gonna say that really is the problem. Like, bottom line, you getting old.
See, that's the thing.
You getting old, brother.
Get my cane.
I got up.
It's sciatica. It's acting up. The sciatica.
So I finally tried to stand up, and the pain again is so bad. I think it kind of gave me like a panic attack, or my body was just shutting down on me because the pain was just so strong.
Yeah, because you start like flash forwarding to, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, oh my God, this is so bad. Like, I can't even.
It's debilitating.
It is scary.
Did you think of like taking any medicinal herbs?
Well, yeah, I'll get to that too. But but well, I'm telling you, when I say that it was like a panic attack or something, I apparently turned white. I started freaking out, and my hearing started going.
Like you were ashen.
Yeah, I had like, it sounded like this loud crackling is going on in my ears, and Amy's like, you got to lay down.
Yeah.
So, and meanwhile, I can't just hit the couch. I got to slowly make my way back to the couch. So I thought maybe I was going to end up spending the night on the couch, but I did make it upstairs very slowly. And I'll tell you a little more, because I ended up going to a doctor the next day, and first time ever getting the needles, acupuncture. This was dry needling, which I guess is a form of acupuncture. It's a type of acupuncture, which was a very bizarre process.
It didn't hurt, right?
I sent Lowell and Jonah a picture.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jonah, let me bring him in. Let me Skype him in here. And here he is now. Hello, Jonah.
What's up, brothers and sister?
How are you?
I'm good.
It's got to be a challenge here, because this is your second time in a row where you're coming straight from work and just jumping on. You get no downtime.
And couldn't be further from his house.
I mean,
speeding.
Literally not any further. If it tried, I'm like at the end of my class going, okay, everyone have a great day, great week. We'll see you next week. All right, I think everything's pretty wrapped up. Let's get going. And I take off out of the room. Kids are like, Mr. Berger, what about it? Yeah. Next week.
Email me.
Email me. And then I'm driving home in Denver traffic at the peak of dawn.
Peak of dawn.
Oh man.
Peak of dawn.
But yeah, it's nice once I'm on it, but the stress of like, and then I got to get out the car and get inside and get the microphone set up, and I'm all disabled, and it's all like, come on.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, come on.
You said you were going to set everything up beforehand so that you don't have to rush.
Oh yeah, that was the plan, buddy. And as we all know, the finest plans don't mean diddly squat do.
And Carl's tits and Bernie's balls.
So let me just remind everybody before we go on to please go to markandlowell.com, click the Amazon Prime banner that you see there. If you are not an Amazon Prime member, Jonah Berger, please go to markandlowell.com, click that Amazon Prime free trial, 30-day trial, and you will be very pleased that you did because you get all of their Prime free shipping, 2-day shipping, and then they've got overnight shipping for only a few dollars more. It's pretty great, especially when you talk about the streaming service as well. So again, markandlowell.com, click that Amazon Prime banner, and you're good to go. Thank you.
We watch a lot of stuff on Prime.
How much is Prime?
It's like 90. Is it 99 or is it 109 or 119 now?
It's somewhere in that range. I cannot remember right now. It's awful. Per year.
Per year. But how many Amazon packages do you get a year?
I would estimate the number of Amazon packages this house receives in a year is most likely no more than 10.
Really?
I'm not kidding. Megan, would you agree?
Oh, but you know what? Once you have the baby, you're going to have a lot more packages.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but when we have the baby, that
10
might
a
increase.
year?
But yeah, in a year.
We order like 10 a month.
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly. But that's my point,
Yeah.
is like... That's why, A, Prime is brilliant because they're getting you to buy a whole bunch more from them. But B, it's not worth it for us to spend $100 for 10 packages.
Well, you get the streaming music and video too.
Yeah, you're getting like a Netflix type of service along with a Spotify type of service.
But the bottom line is, if you the math on it is now with the price hike, it's like if you get 21 packages a year,
It pays for itself.
It pays for itself. So
Yep.
Man, I think the same thing every time I hear the word video streaming. Man, I just got in my car from the end of class and sped through the Denver metro area to get home, do the show. I've got an interview I'm doing tonight after the show. Then I'm going to hang out with my wife. You think I got time to video stream? You must be out your mind. Like, when are people sitting around watching things?
Wait a minute. You'll sit around and watch your Netflix? Come on.
I used to, but I'm about to have a child.
Well, there'll be a lot of late nights where you're up all night
That's
and you're going to
true.
want to watch some
Hells
stuff.
yeah.
That is true.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait
know.
for 1.5 hours sleep, Jonah. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for
Lowell,
1.5 hours sleep.
I've been saving like a few things in the back of my mind that I've said to you. I've busted your balls over the years of like being like a bad dad or a bad husband or whatever. And they're all in my head waiting for me to call you and be like, dude, I was wrong.
I'm sorry.
I am sorry.
I was wrong.
And I am sorry.
I am sorry.
6 words to freedom.
No, I mean, when you have a baby, that is the worst part. The sleep is... And it gets to a point where you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I've slept like maybe 4 hours in the past 2 days.
Oh my God.
And my God.
Quivering.
My God.
Quivering.
My God.
Quivering.
See, seriously, there is no part of me that thinks I could handle that.
Me either, babe.
You
Me
do.
either.
You do.
You just
You do.
I would be like, who's that lady? She's some famous woman.
Like the super nanny? What are you talking about?
No, this woman who, in the Greek stories, who like killed her children. I mean, I would not be good
Well,
without
that's
sleep.
nice.
No.
Well,
I mean,
and
I don't have children, so it's all okay. But I really don't think I could handle it. I would crash and burn.
And definitely take advantage of, we'll watch the baby. Why don't you get some rest?
Trust me, dude.
Yeah, take advantage of that.
Every time someone says that to me, I look them square in the eye and I say, guess what? I will call you to watch the baby.
You'll come over and watch the baby for 2 hours while I take a Brandt-like nap with the fan on in the bunk. There was one I should clarify that story. There was one time.
Yes, please.
So at camp, after a while of so every night you go out.
Mm-hmm.
You'd go out to the Harvey's, which was the big bar. You'd get wasted, and then you'd go hook up with your girlfriend all night and end up getting back to your bunk at like 4 a.m, still kind of drunk.
Camp is the best.
You'd get like maybe, if you're lucky, 3 hours of sleep.
Maybe.
Right. So after doing that day in and day out, after like the 4th day of it, you kind of hit a wall. So there was one day where Jonah and I both hit the wall at the same time, and we hit out. And there was this guy Brandt who was like, what was his role?
He was a counselor.
He was a counselor, but he had that half bunk because he was also Cove director.
Right. So he had a half bunk, and he pushed both of his beds together and made like this king size bed.
Yeah.
And Jonah and I, we sent our kids to activities.
Passed
the F out, like laying on this bed.
Yeah.
And slept all the way like through free swim, I think.
Oh, easily.
But I can't remember if your dad came and got us or if somebody came and got us.
Well, there was at least one nap on Brant's bed where Brant woke us up by dropping his pants and putting his butt to the back of the fan, because on the corner of Brant's double bed, he had a fan clamped on it. So that's what was heaven about his bed. A, it was double.
Yeah.
And B, you had this cool air blowing on you. It was like
Right.
It was like
The
instant
Ritz.
sleep. Instant.
one of the naps that I was
fall asleep.
in Brant's bed. I woke up to Brant's ass wind bare ass in the back of the fan that my head was probably leaning very close up against. Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, I just remember like it catches up to you after a while, and we just completely blackout nap. Like,
those were the days, man. Do you think that could fly in any camp these days?
Hell no.
We were literally getting drunk every night, hooking up, walking home by the light of the fresh morning sun, and napping whenever we could on the job throughout the day to recover.
When you were responsible for the lives of other people's children.
Yeah.
Right.
No. No. That would not work out so well today.
I mean, think about it. We if our co-counselors weren't there, that would be bad scene.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Bad
Yeah, what
scene.
if they're doing that too?
Yeah.
But mine never really did, because I had Dave Lippman was my co, and he didn't go out much.
Yeah, he hung at the bunk with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want one of those devoted co-counselors.
Oh, he did his job.
He was doing
Is that
his
what
job.
you're
He did his job.
saying?
Yeah, you want one of those co-counselors that cares, because then you can chill.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to get to this, guys. So Lowell, actually, it was Allie first who texted me, and she said, "Hey, for the show, just want to let you know, Lowell has made his own poo-pourri."
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Make your MYO.
That is all I
Yep.
know. I have
DYO.
I have no idea. So my first question is what brought you to this laboratory that you decided to make your poo-pourri?
Something in my Twitter feed was like a DIY, make your own poo-pourri. And I was like, oh,
Yes, I
Okay.
will.
I will read this and see. Interesting.
I will make my
So-
own poopery.
It is super easy to make and will save you a ton of money
Okay.
if you use poo-pourri.
Right.
Yeah, on my annual poo-pourri budget.
Dude, do you use poo-pourri? You have ever used it?
Never have in my life. I should.
It's so expensive.
It's so expensive and it works.
Right.
It really works.
It does.
Poo-pourri works.
It does. It really works.
It works in the way it's intended, where you're supposed to spray the toilet first inside the toilet, right? And then you poop.
Yep. It forms a film.
A barrier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Film.
I did not know that's how you were supposed to use it.
Yes, or
Yeah,
you can
that's-
use it in a more traditional sense where you just spray it in the air. But either way, it totally masks the bad smell.
You don't want to spray it in the air, though.
Why not?
You don't want to.
Why not?
Because it has oil in it.
Oh.
All right, but can I ask you a question about poo-pourri?
Yeah.
Your poo, when it comes...
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have to tell a small side story.
Okay.
Small side story, and then right back to my poo question. Sorry, Lowell.
Yeah.
But the small side story is we're driving home today, Megan and I, and she was in a make fun of me mood, and I was like,
I like
she's
those
like, so
moods.
what? Yeah, what do you have this afternoon? She's like, you have class. I was like, class. Then the Marc and Lowell show. Then I have to do this interview. She goes, I'll do the Marc and Lowell show for you. It's not that hard. And she goes, hey, I'm Jonah. Poop, poop. The 80s were great. Poop, poop. The 80s were great. It was so funny, dude. So just now when I'm talking, I said, I have a question. So when you poo, and she's walking by and she goes, poo.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got it
that
on the
is-
list.
Yeah. She's
So
got it.
In the 80s, when you poo.
Yeah. In the 80s.
So when you poo,
Yeah.
without the poopery, when the poo goes into the water, does
Yeah.
not the water mask the scent? So
No.
it has
No.
a-
Come on. What are you asking?
No?
I mean,
it masks all the steam. All of the stink.
Wow.
Gets absorbed.
Think about that question, though. I mean, of course, that would mean that if you take a dump, it would never smell.
No. I'm saying from the time that it travels from your sphinx to the water, that's exposed to the air, and that's what stinks. But when it goes in the water, you're not smelling it like it's a toad laying right there on the ground.
You are smelling a lot of sewer. It's like sewer gas. And
there's definitely odor coming from you as well, but it's mainly coming from the toilet.
I see.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
So I DIY'd and I got the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like super easy. So you take in my laboratory, you take a little 3-ounce spray bottle.
Right.
And we can put this. I can put the link to the website.
Yes. Oh,
please
on
do.
our website.
Yes, Hannah will do
I'll
that.
send you the link. Yeah, I'll send you the link. You have to go to the store first and buy rubbing alcohol, distilled water, and essential oil.
Okay.
With whatever flavor you like.
Oh, nice.
There are so many flavors.
Yeah, there's a million flavors of. So whatever you want it to smell like, just get that. I got citrus flavors. I got
Tangerine.
lemon.
Yeah.
I got lemon and orange. Yeah, I
There
got
you
lemon
go.
and orange.
Yum.
Yeah, yum.
Yeah,
exactly.
I like that.
So it's so easy. It's like 1 part rubbing alcohol, and then you put in like about 30 drops of the essential oil.
Yep.
And then fill the rest up with distilled water.
So what did that run you?
Well, the
Oil is expensive, but it's not that bad. Like,
the oils are like $5.99.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
They can be a lot more expensive than that too, but there's also a ton of drops in there. So
Right.
you can make
over and
a
over.
Yeah, there's
lot.
like a gazillion drops.
Right.
Yeah, the rubbing alcohol is like what, $1.10?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And a thing of distilled water is like 80 cents.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so I did that and I tried it out, and unbelievably, it worked.
You spray the surface of the water.
Yep.
Yeah, you give it, and now because it's so cheap, you can be a little more
Generous.
Yeah.
generous with it. I would do like 10 or 15 sprays.
Oh yeah. Well, you
and then make it
should,
nice
champ.
and orangey. Yeah.
So-
You're one to talk.
Yeah. Listen, 20 sprays.
Yeah, 20
Yeah.
sprays. No, but
it.
and then I was like, all right, this better work. And then I did it, and sure enough, it works. Now, I also did some more research and found that it can work even better if you put like 1 little drop of non-foaming soap in it, like the Cascade you use in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? If you put like 1 drop of that in there, it helps to like make the substance a little thicker.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Jonah, what's going on over there? What's your face?
I don't know, man. I'm like, because here's the thing. He's talking about lemons and oranges, and I'm like, citrus, but it's citrus poo, man. It's not
No,
like,
but
You
it
don't smell
smells.
the poo.
It smells. You don't smell. You don't.
Right, that's the whole point.
You
of this.
don't.
It's
at all.
at all.
At all.
So the
Maybe a remnant, but the plume of orange is so strong
I love
The
that
that
orange
word.
it just
plume.
knocks it out.
Interesting.
That is a good
Yeah,
word.
it knocks it out.
Yeah.
And you're like, did I just make an orange? Yeah.
I think I would try that. That sounds like a pretty
I think it's worth
great
a try.
alternative to the real thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
that shit is expensive.
It is, and even if you wanted to, you could make a huge batch of it, like in a big spray bottle, if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Just figure out the ingredients and just make a big, because that's what I was gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
But I had the couple flavors, so I made the small ones to try it out, and
Yeah.
it definitely worked. And I highly recommend it, and it's a big way to save a ton of money if you use.
Yeah.
Have
Poopery.
we talked about cheek chums on the show before?
I feel like we have.
I feel like we have
Your
to.
dad's invention?
My dad and Lowell's dad was part of that night where they were all drunk and they came up with the invention to put the pad over your butt crack in your underwear
Oh, and
that
it would-
smells nice.
Oh, and then it would smell fresh.
And I feel like I saw that product somewhere. I really
Yeah,
feel
I think
like
they do
saw
make
that
the product.
Yeah, they now make that product, but your dad and Lowell's dad have nothing to do with it.
Ain't got nothing to do
yeah,
with it.
yep, of course. Yep.
Probably
Could have been rich.
Could have been
somebody
rich.
probably
We're ahead of
heard
our
about it on
time.
show.
Yeah.
I should, by the way, get back to just the rest of my back issues.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh yeah, so yeah, you were writhing in pain,
I was.
writhing in pain.
I was, and then the next day got up. I wasn't really any better when I woke up that next day. So Amy made this appointment with a guy. He's not just a chiropractor. He does other things as well, but he is a chiropractor. And first he wanted to find out where the pain was,
Right. Like what exactly
what's
is
going
wrong.
on,
Yeah.
right? But the main mission of that appointment was, for that specific one, was just let's try to get Marc feeling a little bit better.
Right.
So it was my lower back. He was pretty certain it has nothing to do with a disc. It's probably a muscle or something going on in there. So he did this type of acupuncture, dry needling, and he did 2 rounds of it. And I'll tell you, when I went in there, I was probably, as far as pain, I was probably like at a 9. When I left there, I was probably at like a 6.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so which is a significant difference when you can't really move at all.
Right.
Well, and the best part of that is that we got a nice text.
Yeah.
Were you going to tell that part?
You can.
I'm in the middle of my fine day enjoying this life of ours, and I get a text of Marc's hairy butt crack
Wait, first of
with
all-
a bunch of needles.
First of all, there is no Harry involved in it.
I mean, like the Sahara
Yeah,
forest,
a lot of hair.
I mean, hairy.
Is this your guys'
Harry
way of
and
making me
Lisa.
post it on social media so I can prove it?
It's like a picture of his lower back with 18 needles sticking out of it and his butt crack.
I'm just saying I didn't get this picture.
I didn't know
so
if you'd
it must be
appreciate it.
inappropriate.
On its way, Lisa. On its way, baby.
Yeah, it was weird. It's a weird thing. And I'll
That's
tell
what
you,
happens when you sext.
I remember we really figured out where the pain was by the time we were going into the second round of these needles. So there were a couple times where he would put this needle in and it would just be at that exact spot where the pain was. And you would just feel this like
Oh,
kind of
God,
thing.
yeah. I know
Yeah,
that
it was
feeling.
like crazy.
Where you're
Wow.
like,
Amy
you
was
feel
in
the
there. I
needles go
had
in?
to be brave.
oh.
You don't really feel the needles, though, do you?
No, you don't really feel them at all. I mean,
I was surprised by that too.
You don't feel the needles, but you do. You feel, he's right. You feel that something is going into a place that a lot of your sensitivity is and your energy is. It's weird, man.
Yeah.
I didn't feel that,
It's
but
weird.
I got to tell you, I definitely did feel better when I walked out of that office every
Oh,
time.
yeah.
It didn't last that long, but I definitely felt better somewhat. It wasn't, like you said, it wasn't like 0.
Right.
But it was significantly less than when you walked in.
Yeah, so I have a follow-up appointment coming up, and hopefully that will...
Did you get the cupping?
No, I know you had mentioned that you had the cupping
Gotta
done.
get the cupping,
Gotta
man.
get the cupping.
I've never had that done either, and I'm not opposed to it because I can't believe when your back is really just out the way my back was. I can't believe
Everything stops.
how everything has to stop.
Literally
I mean,
everything.
it is
Yeah.
insane. And yes, I think the way we started this conversation, Lisa, is I am just old. That's
Yeah,
this is
you're
what it
old.
is. I guess
That's all
I'm
it
just
is.
old.
Owld. Yeah, owld.
Yeah, out.
Oweld.
Back in my day, see?
Didn't I spell it for you? Oweld.
Yes.
Oweld.
Yes, you did. You did.
Oweld. Oweld.
And Jonah, how is you guys are in the final phase of baby time.
It's the final countdown.
Too bad we don't have Dan here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yes.
We are 2.5 weeks away, people.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
2.5
How did we
weeks.
get
Oh
here?
my God.
We're here.
You tell me. It was Marc's
I mean,
wedding.
We are near.
We are so near. This is crazy.
I mean, it's basically go time. We went this morning for a checkup, and there's some talk about this thing, preeclampsia, which is a common threat to the mother and then the child during later pregnancy.
Okay.
And Megan, because she's a diabetic, has got some higher risk things.
Sure.
So they were doing all these tests today, and the nurse goes, "Well, your blood pressure is a little high. Why don't we we'll get you some labs and we'll see. And, worst case scenario, if the labs come back and you've got preeclampsia, we'll just induce you right away."
Oh my God.
And she looked at, and she's saying it like, "I'll have a ham and cheese, hold the
Yeah.
mustard." I was like, right away, she goes, "Oh, yeah." She goes, "Don't worry, not today. It would be like tomorrow morning." And I'm like, I was like, I ain't got to work tomorrow. I was going to watch a movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to watch a movie.
Might as well get used to that,
Right.
baby.
Plus, this is probably your last time. Sneak it in.
It's over. It is over, baby. You're finished. You're through. You'll never work in this town again.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
So is Megan's about done, right? I mean, we won't get into details because I know you've told me some stories.
No, we don't have to get into details, but I would say that my extremely tough and patient wife is getting a little over it at
Yeah.
this point.
I mean, this is
she
the
is
time.
like she is so her feet are swollen.
Yeah.
Her legs, like she's just not. She can't get comfortable.
Right.
Yep.
It's just it's tough, man. It's no joke.
No, it's no joke. This is definitely the time where any woman, whether they say they love pregnancy or not, this is the time where none of them like it.
Oh, yeah. Well, the funny thing is that I was trying to be a good husband, and Megan kept saying, like, a few months ago, she's not, like, the kind that, like, wants all the attention because of her pregnancy and whatever. She goes, but I do kind of feel like I want some maternity pictures.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Maternity pictures. And she goes, just to, like, remember this time
Right.
and blah, blah, blah. Long story short, we never got around to it. And I finally was like, you know what? The other day, I'm like, I'm going to go find a photographer, line it up.
Oh, wow.
We found a friend that I know through work, and he takes amazing pictures. He's like, I'll do it for you on March 9th. And I go, Megan, guess what I did? And I surprised her with that we've got a shoot lined up. And she goes, I don't want it now. And I was like, why? She goes, look at me. Like, she goes, there's a sweet spot, evidently, where the woman looks like glowing and beautiful and like, but you're not like at the end where you're just like bloated and
super uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Probably like
So-
you feel like really tired too, probably because you're not sleeping, you know?
Exactly.
So you're not feeling like you're looking your best.
Right.
Absolutely.
Did you get any of the third trimester, you know?
Oh, yeah.
A little. Okay,
Yeah.
we can't talk.
It was her
about
birthday, by the way. Happy birthday to her.
Yes.
And you did take
I
her.
just remember that was a pleasant surprise. I remember.
Yeah.
Third trimester.
You did take her to a hotel this past weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, that's true. I just have this little image that her mom likes to listen to the show. So, you know.
Look.
Anyway.
How did you make the baby? I mean, let's get over it already.
We ordered in.
Yeah, you ordered in.
We went to a hotel downtown for her birthday, and I took her out to dinner. And our hotel was awesome, dude. It was a theme hotel, so every floor has a different theme, and the elevator talks to you in the theme of that floor when you get off on that floor.
Wow.
So we were
Give us
on
an
the
example.
science fiction floor, and we get there, and it's like Darth Vader's voice going, "Welcome. You have arrived." And we get off, and the whole hallway is filled with funny Darth Vader pictures, like one of Darth Vader reading the paper on the toilet. that
Yeah.
Megan said we should steal
Jonah
from Marc.
FaceTimed me. Yeah, he FaceTimed me and walked around the hallway and showed me the hallway.
That's
Reed
Star
would have
Wars
loved
pictures.
it, Lowell.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What's the name of the hotel?
It's called the Curtis. The Curtis. It's like a boutique hotel.
That's out in Denver.
It's in downtown.
Downtown.
So yeah, it was fun. We had a good time.
Lisa, and you speaking of hormonal, you're dealing with some things too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, premenopausal.
And my
Yeah,
sciatica.
So, no, the premenopausal stuff is crazy. I was saying
Oh boy.
the hormones, that's when I knew I needed to go to the doctor and get some help, because I was like, one morning I just woke up and I don't even remember anymore what it was, but I was just so sad. And somebody made the mistake of saying something to me at work, like, "Are you okay?"
Oh, no.
And I
Oh,
just
no.
like broke down. I was
Yeah.
sobbing. And in that moment, I was telling Mark, it felt so real. Like my world was caving in on me.
Oy.
And then like hours later, I'm looking back and I was like, holy shit, what was that?
Yeah, you're like, what?
And so like you can see it later, but it is like, that is crazy to me. So that's when I went to the doctor and said, I need a little help.
And you got some help?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. But
Yeah,
nothing
sure.
can help the hot flashes, which are like, I literally at this point.
Are you premenopausal, Lisa?
Yeah.
We're there.
Yeah.
That's what I like about
like,
this show
listen-
is that we have all phases of life going on
Jonah,
at once.
Yeah, we do.
You are like, listen, Mark threw his back out earlier and is on the ground. Like, your friends are old. Yes, I'm premenopausal. And let me tell you, hot flashes, I could heat whole rooms sometimes. Shit. And like, you feel it just starts in your face, and you know it's coming. So sometimes it's like, it's winter, right? So you got to dress for the cold. Yeah. But then all of a sudden you get this hot flash.
You're like peeling it off.
Yeah, like, I need shorts.
Yes, exactly. My face catches on fire, and then all of a sudden it's like I just start ripping clothes off. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And I ain't lying.
You ain't lying.
All right, that is going to do it for the Mark and Lowell Show. Please go to Facebook, go to Twitter. Hey, go to Instagram as well.
Oh, how about that?
Yes, and if you need that information or any other information, Mark and Lowell, just go to markandlowell.com.
And if you're to get me on all the social media.
That is the very latest live here in Ocean City. We're going to try and keep our bearings here.
And a special thanks to Lisa Runyon.
Bye, boys.
Is that it? Is that what we're going with now?
Yeah, that's all you get.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Maybe we'll have to retire the lion altogether.
Maybe.
No, you got to keep the lion.
Yeah, keep the lion.
Keep the lion.
A big thanks to Jonah Berger.
Say, if you want to get me, give me at www.poopypoopy.com.
Hey, and a big shout out to Buzz Burbank, RJ Diaz, Hannah Pierce, and everybody else who helps us with this show. For Lowell Melser, I'm Mark Ronick. We will see you next time on the Mark and Lowell Show.
Bye-bye.
That was a good show. I didn't even have to use...
That was fun.
I didn't have to use the time machine. I've got that for another time.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of good then.
Yeah, I like that.
Hey, and next week, my class ends at 5:30 instead of 6, so I'll be
good. And we should definitely try to do it next week, because then I know you're going to take off a little bit, Jonah, after that.
You're going to be a little busy.
All right.
I should have 2 weeks left to me. If things go normal, I'll have 2 weeks left to me.
But that's my point, is that's why next week we should definitely do it, because then it's just a you never know.
Yeah, you never know. But I also think I have every desire to like creep on. Yeah, banjo, chill out. To creep on and like give an update at least. You know, I may not, have the full hour that week. But
We'll see.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, shit.
Yeah.
You never know.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Oh, he did his job.
He was doing his
job.
Yeah, you want one of those co-counselors that cares, because then you can chill.
Yeah.
All right, listen, guys. I'm going to. I know I'm having a connection issue, and I have it. And I'm on the wrong Wi-Fi. So 1 second.
Okay.
Oh God. It's typical, It's typical.
Lowell?
Yeah. Hello.
Okay. All right. We're good. We're good.
Hello?
Now I'm going to turn my camera back on.
Everybody see hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
Said
if your girl starts acting up, then you take her friend. Have you ever gone down to your friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good? Say the macaroni soggy, the peas are hard, and the chicken tastes like wood.
Tastes like wood.
Hey, Jay Boogie, it's Hawk. Hey, I was just catching up on the show. I kind of backlogged them a little bit so I could binge, and heard your little story about Swamp Ass. And as a up and coming dad, you will find that the greatest thing that your kid will ever do for you is give you the ability to use baby wipes on yourself. Now, hear me out. As a larger guy, Swamp Ass definitely happens. But baby wipes, I'll tell you what, man, they get the job done. Now, you still have to wash your hands and stuff afterwards because they tend to have a little bit of a leakage factor. But they get the area completely clean, and especially if you've got the runs, it'll actually help heal your butt quicker. if it's good for a baby's butt, it's good for an adult's butt. So, yeah, I just want to pass that along. Hope you're doing well. Hope Megan's doing well and everything. So, yeah, have a good one, bud.